Okay, Olamide, I'll be muted now. Floor is yours.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Olamide. So I'm auditing a skincare website known as Tika 4. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so according to like the format you gave us and what you asked us to do, so I just picked some random stuff that I could actually see from the website. So that was what I worked on. So for the content of the general website, they used like familiar words, and there were phrases that you can easily navigate through to understand. Apart from the fact that it's a skincare website and there are some names that like they're not really, people might not be really familiar with it, but I feel like everybody who uses skincare, they can just like browse through it and just like understand. But apart from that, every other thing there is, I feel like they used familiar words that every user can understand. Then the call to action button, it was not like clearly stated and like with context in mind. If you scroll down now, like, okay, for instance, now this shop now is a call to action button, but even when you over on it, nothing changes and like it's just there. And then the add to cart, it was underlined. I felt like if it was probably in a box, or even when you over on it, the line just goes and come back. You might not even actually notice unless you pay quick attention. If you can just touch the add to cart, like move your cursor to the add to cart, you notice that. Can you do that, please? You see, like you can't clearly know if, okay, you see, I think that until you clicked on it for it to show. So I noticed
Yeah, you
that.
have to click.
Okay, so I noticed that for the call to action button. Then also when you want to log in from the icon up there, yeah, if you want to log in, for instance, I think most people are usually used to this forget password or something. Although I'm not saying lost your password is also relatable, and I feel like you would understand, but the same thing, if you over on it, it doesn't change. You just have to like click. So I feel like the clickable buttons are not clearly stated unless you like click on it by yourself, then you know that okay, this is clickable. So that's one thing I noticed. But then I tried it on the mobile. It was written as forgot password, but if you use your desktop, you still lost your password. So I don't know the reason why, but I noticed that as well. Then one thing I also liked is that I noticed, but that I liked was that all the messages were in line with the brand, including the colors. They all align well with the products that they are selling. So I feel the color is actually it's for skincare per se. So it's in line. Then for their design, the form intent was like clearly stated as well. They were properly grouped. You don't need to like run around for you to see what you're looking for. If you just check through the groups, you're going to see what you want. And you can even search using prices. Like you can filter and just press your price there. Okay, maybe you want skincare for around 10,000 to maybe 20K or 3K to 5,000. Excuse me. It's going to bring out all the skincare that are in line with that prices. So I feel like they reduce the number of clicks by providing all those good labels and by properly grouping them so that you can look for what you want and don't need to stress around. Then for the what else? Okay, I think I took note of the button. You can only find, I think, just two buttons, the shop now, and when you scroll down, if you want to buy in bulk, like to order now, those are the only two buttons there on their website. While the rest, where I felt like they should have probably had a button, they were underlined instead. So that was what I noticed for that part. And then for the what else? Okay, for clickable content, I already mentioned that earlier, that all the clickable contents, if you hover on them, it doesn't indicate if it's clickable or not. If you go to the footer, everything is there. It's properly aligned and well stated, but you don't know if you're, except that there's one thing I noticed, the cursor changes to a hand cursor, but I feel like not everybody might, I don't know, but me personally. So hand cursor also means that you can click on it and it will take you somewhere else. But I feel like if they had used this over option and it changes, maybe the color changes, you know that, oh, okay, this thing is clickable. But instead it's not. So you can just move around. Then the newsletter also, it was not stated. They only told you that you could sign up, but there is no call to action of maybe where you can drop your mail and then click subscribe to the newsletter so that you can get more newsletters. And so, what else? The search bar. The search bar is actually present on every page, but it's more or less like an underlined field just above the page right there on the left-hand side. So I think I don't really see that often in other designs, but I think the designer was also trying to stand out. Maybe that was why they used that option. And I think all the contents were well arranged, hierarchy functionality. It was like, okay. And I think that's all that I did. I think that's all.
Okay, yeah, but thank you. So for this website, can you hear me? For this website, I think I noticed something when I got to this part. Remember that when you're checking, you check for content, you check for accessibility, you check for several other things. Now this way is a very wrong pattern of designing a form. Like this is very wrong when you want to design a form. So you know the rule of trying to design a form, and you need to centralize it if you don't have much things that you want to put.
Yes.
Yeah, so this part, the form input is so long, like the length is so long. So the best thing they would have done is maybe put it in the center. But I also having register and login on the same screen is tiring. Because I'm thinking they are all the same thing. This is login, this is register. What happens to have this and then below already have an account? That's what we are used to. And I
Exactly.
can't click an account and the first thing you're telling me is I should log in when you don't even know if I have an account to do this. Then once I click on this, so this particular page needs proper reworking because users will be confused. And this they would have also made their logo white instead of this black because the black is not sitting well with this particular color. Yeah, so thank you. Who is next? Next person.
Oh, sorry, please. I have a question for like the
Oh,
website.
okay.
When you go back to the home page, they have our collection. It was centralized. While the other stores were left aligned.
Okay, let me go back to the home page. What was centralized? This.
No, not this. I mean, I think our collection, just scroll down a bit, you're going to see our collection. Yeah, this. There was I think I noticed something here as well. These things are actually clickable. Like this our collection, these images, they are clickable, but like there's no call to action. I don't know. I felt like if you click on
Yeah.
it, take it to a new page, but it was not like stated.
Agba
Even if
designer.
you over on it, nothing
The,
happened.
the person that designed this thing might just be feeling himself or herself Agba designer. It's fine, but plenty rules are not. Okay, so there's something you did not take note of. Which is, you remember that we are also looking at Saka, we're also looking at text. And there's something I talked about that day, that your text should not be less than I think 14 or 16. Now looking
Yeah.
at this text, it's too small for
Yes.
this particular part, is so tiny. So from this you would even know that their text size is not the same across board.
Yeah, even the fonts that they used, but I didn't remember the platform you said we could use to check it, so I couldn't check because I
Okay,
noticed even from the about us, the text are very small. I had to highlight so I can read through.
yeah. So you can just right click and say, I think is open, what's it called? Once you right click, you would, I believe, would be in the best position to remind me that. Is it to, okay, inspect. So once you right click, you need to inspect. So once you inspect the platform, you'll be able to see the size, the text size that they use and all of that. Because you don't have access to the Figma. Then alternatively, you can actually use HTML to Figma plugin on Figma. So just copy the URL. If you go to Figma and paste it, it will give you the full the design. Although it will just give you the home page. So if it gives you the home page, you'll be able to check the size. But me, I'm feeling like this is font size 10. It's looking too tiny to be 12. It's like font size 10.
10. Okay.
Yeah. Different font also.
Yes, they had different fonts also.
For the product card, why is the I icon made a line? I can see a line.
You see, yeah, and also too,
Like
for consistency, I don't know why some are up and I don't know why they did like that.
me, my
So it's
only issue here is why is Susu asking me like I was the one that designed it. Like she's asking me why there is an icon. Like I designed it. I was there with the designer. I don't know. This is not standard, so I can't tell you that this is the reason why I has it. Okay, some person's hands are up. Believe. I think I can see your hand.
Okay, first of all, I just wanted to say something about this card. These cards are not really giving. Like, I'm trying to understand what it is, but this add to cart, I don't know why it's this like this. I don't know why. It's not a button. It's not the call to action button. I don't know why. Just like what you said, the text too, I immediately opened the site. I had a problem with the text, like the text, they were very tiny, and I felt that this is not really a standard one for a website like this. So I think there's a whole lot of some outstanding stuff that the designer wanted to play around to stand out, just like what she said. So the designer wanted to stand out, and I don't know, there's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of things here that can be corrected. Yes, that can be corrected here.
All right, thank you. Priscilla, I want to say something.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you very much, Saka. Yeah. All right, so next person, who is next? I can stop sharing this now. So if you want me to share my screen for you, I can do that. So who is going next? We don't have time, please. Who is going next? Zainab. Believe I think maybe you can also call them out because this one nobody's saying anything.
Okay, okay, please, can you unmute? Okay, James, unmute. If you're in the class, in our last class, please unmute. We need to do something about that, please. Just unmute. Susu, I don't know whether you said that you did it before. So I don't know whether you can just try something out. But let's see how the other people are going to respond about this. So, okay, please unmute. I want to hear your voice and I want to hear what you've done so far.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Okike.
Yeah. So sorry, I came late for the last class. So I tried doing it, so along the line I got confused, so I stopped. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Kule, can I hear it from you? What have you done? Ola Kule.
Hi, good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
Yes, so I looked into Amazon. I think we all know Amazon, an e-commerce website. So I looked into it. We were asked to look into just the home page, and that's exactly what I did. Now, if you go to Amazon homepage, you can't really do much unless you sign up, unless you sign in. You can't exactly do much. Now, I broke them down into the subheadings of content, design and typography, navigation and structure, accessibility and compliance, and mobile responsiveness. So for content, my answers are not really detailed. I'm just going to give an overview of everything. So for content, I I did good and bad. So for the good part, Amazon provides comprehensive product information. I mean, if you go to the Amazon website, the images and the text they use, they are all comprehensive. If you see it, you can quickly understand it. Now, the bad part is that the volume of information on the website is overwhelming. It's a lot. If you get there, you just don't know where to go first. Everything is in your face. Now, for design and typography, the overall design is, I'd say it's good and it's pretty consistent. But I think the website can use a little more of white space. Everything is choked. Like I said earlier, the information is overwhelming. It's a lot of information. So I think they could use a bit more of white space. Now, for navigation and structure, well, the good part is that the primary navigation it provides quick access to key sections. Yeah. But the bad part is that it's a bit hidden. If you go to the website, you cannot quickly locate the navigation. It's somewhat hidden. I don't know why they have it that way. I mean, most navigations I see should like be in the middle or something, but they have theirs in the left hand corner. It's just hidden somewhere. And they're so small that you can't even figure them out unless you look properly. Now, for accessibility and compliance, okay, so the good part for accessibility and compliance is that the subheadings for the categories they are clear, very clear, but they don't provide enough information. I mean, I feel like they think their images will do all the work for them, but it's not always the case. I want to see a bit of information on even on the home page. Yes, I want to see a bit of information, but they don't have that. It's just images and big subheadings. Now, for mobile responsiveness, I did try it on imagine, imagine how overwhelming the website is. Now, think about the mobile website. It's crazy. It's a lot. You wouldn't even want to shop on Amazon mobile website. It's too much. So basically, that's it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Next person, who is going next? We had the argument on Monday in class, and nobody said anything about not. Okay, James. All right, James, you can unmute and go next.
Good evening. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you, James.
Yes.
Okay, so just a question. I had Olakunle say one page. You're supposed to do one page of a UX audit.
No. So I remember that I said that you should do just the home page because of class. You can't
The
give
home
us
page.
all all the
Okay,
pages
okay,
at once. Yeah.
okay, no problem. I did like 3 pages, but I'll just show the home page. So let me send
No,
it
you
again.
can show us all.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So the UX audit I did on this company called Trigger Foods. So this is a Kenyan company that basically it helps like people produce like agricultural produce and even like fast moving consumer goods, but they started agricultural produce, like move their goods into the market, and also they help them sell it. So for this page, what I really found interesting first, before you even scroll, is that it had 2 CTAs. I wasn't really too sure. I'm sorry, call to action. Let me not say CTAs, call to actions. And at first, okay, I understood it, but I wasn't sure if that was the right way to do it. Maybe you could help me that one. The second thing, after, there are some places here. There are some places here where you could see they have put like underlines in like there exactly. So I went there and thought it was a link. Apparently it wasn't. And so it left me more questions than answers. That's one of the things that I had an issue with. So moving forward, going down, you could see now they are showing some of the goods that are popular with what they're selling. So for me, okay, this is just my opinion. I felt like it should have been more of like a story, because they had started explaining, but they already moved straight into the what they sell. And then going down, you see now they're explaining again. Could you scroll up a little bit, please, Paula? Scroll. Just okay. Okay, so for me, for the design itself, I think the design is really good. One thing so far, if you have noticed, they're using headings correctly. There is some sort of hierarchy in the sections. So for me, like the way the only issue I felt I had was the way they were arranging their content, if you mean. I felt like, because from the start it looked that like they are trying to explain something, but it wasn't too well explained. So I thought as you go down, they would explain their content more, but they went into popular products. So you kind of get the feeling, okay, are we now going to go into a shop? But that doesn't happen. So scroll down more. And they go into the reviews. I think that's part of the whole like their shop experience, and they show you where you can download their app. And then now they give you the ratings. Once again, their design is very good. This video, for me, okay, when the time I was auditing, is like doing the audit, my data was not so good, so it provided more problems for me, because it made it harder for the page to load. So I don't know how I feel about like video backgrounds, especially all the way down here. I always feel like video backgrounds should be somewhere at the top above the fold. Yeah, just like a little bit of their stats. So I think that's the stats thing. I really like could you scroll up a little bit, Chuck? Sorry if I'm taking you up and down. So you see here where they have their stats. I really thought this was good, because I think they're trying to gain the user's trust. They're trying to like show, okay, these are the people, like this is what you have done so far. And you could, like, we are a trusted company. Please go down. So they use a lot of images, which kind of So basically for me, this homepage, just to summarize it, I felt it was design-wise, UI-wise was correct, but their information, I don't say information architecture, but the way they have arranged their content was kind of confusing. That was one of the big things for me. So if you go up, just go all the way up. So here, could you click the vendor sign up? This CTA, this call to action down here, the vendor sign up. Okay, just go back to the homepage. Okay, now this will take you to a different part of the site where they're trying to onboard people who want to sell their goods. So immediately you could see the CTA is sort of off to the corner. I always feel like the call to action should be where the person can see it. And it's a vendor sign up, but they're also being offered like hot deals and get deals every day. So I didn't think the information aligned with what they're trying to do. So please click the get started. Okay, I really liked this. One of the things that I think made sense on this one, they made the, oh, sorry, register, click register. Let's click register here. Click register here at the bottom. So here, this, I had, for me, I felt that like this user experience was kind of disjointed, especially on the registering part, because it would now require you to let's say, go into your WhatsApp. And if you are using your laptop like me, and maybe you didn't have your smartphone, it means then you'd have to now call them, which I think is a lot of friction when you're trying to register to a platform. So yeah, okay. I think I'll end it there for now, but I did registration on my side. I was just going through it, but yeah, that's what I was able to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. So, for those of you that have been watching or that have been looking at the website, I think I want to give opportunity for 2% to just talk about what you observed, different from what you observed before I come to give my own. From the home page.
Okay. I noticed that from the, was it the register? Okay, when they had that get started, that it was in the corner and like the picture was even bigger than the call to action. Like you said, it could have been in the middle and like it doesn't take the entire stuff. Then I think from this grow your business and this stuff, I think it was left aligned while every other thing on the screen was centralized. I noticed that from the website. And I don't know, I didn't get to see the footer. I don't know if you went down there, but I don't know what happened down there.
There's no, okay, there's a footer.
No, okay, I didn't go all the way to the footer, but yeah, there's a footer. So you notice with them, their UI is quite good. I don't know.
That their UI is good.
As well.
Their UI is good. I like their color matching and all of that, but it's not just about color and text that makes a good UI. You also get to think about arrangement and all of that. You see this video right here? This is distracting on the
I
website.
thought we were supposed to say something before you go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, so you guys should first of all.
Okay. For me, I don't know what you just did just now, but this text that is showing your trusted source, it was on a background that it was, I don't know if it's the image they use. The background was white And this text is actually white as well. For accessibility, I feel that is not supposed to be so. And again, I think on the home page, they have like 2 actionable buttons. Like we can't have 2 primary buttons on the same screen. It's either one is outline, one is a link, then the other one can be like the main primary button. But I don't really know the page wise, so I don't know if it's the about page or is the home page. Sorry, I don't know if we can actually navigate to that place.
I think I just opened 2 pages. Let me recall. Is it our services or vendor?
Vendor. You open the vendor
Let's
page.
try vendors. Okay, can you scroll
So you'd have to
scroll
click.
down?
Okay.
No, I don't think it's this page.
Oh, it's
Not
not.
You'd
here.
have to click the vendor sign up. It's not
You
the
click
same page.
vendor
So
sign, it took you to the register where they had the
yeah.
picture and get it.
And again,
Oh,
another issue I will have with this website is the way they arrange their content. It's not, the visual hierarchy is not all that. Like
okay.
some
So I
text are
think this
going
is the
towards,
page.
yeah, okay. Can you please scroll down?
There's nothing to scroll. This is just
Oh,
what they have here.
Okay, I don't really like this hot this. I feel like maybe they should have not put it here. Probably should have put it below. Yes, or try to reduce the opacity of this image. Reduce it, like make it blur a little so that this text can stand out, like introducing a whole new SOCO, I don't know, yadi yadi, yes, so that it will stand out. Or they would have brought this entire text that said hold this down below. Yeah, below the text. So I think, yeah, that is it about this particular page. And the visual hierarchy is not, I don't like the visual hierarchy. The use of color is actually okay. Do I have issues on part of the use of colors?
Okay, so
I really
first,
would want you to actually go to the page where they have like 2 buttons, like they have like 2
yeah, that's the home page.
The home
Yeah,
page.
I
That's
don't
the
know.
home
Yeah,
page.
should be the home
Yeah,
page.
just 2 button.
Yeah, you can see this now. Just though they make these vendors sign up, will I say blue or be purple? I don't know. Yeah.
No, it's when you over on it that it changes.
Oh, can you please
Yeah.
go down a little? Scroll down a little. Is that all?
yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have to say about the website.
Okay, so
And the text. I don't like the text they
yeah,
use.
the text is not giving agric.
No, at
Yeah,
all.
so
At all.
the first thing I have to say about this website is first of all, they used very clear and sharp images. I would give it to them. Their images are like it's showing. Once you look at the images, you just know that these people did not get this low budget image and all of that. So my problem is the reason why you have navigations in every platform or website is because it has its own rule. Now, I'm not expecting to see sign up as a vendor, supply sign up, and all of that. I'm not expecting to see this part because now the truth is they have vendors, they have suppliers, and they have real users. So that means they were supposed to put another button here. And I also have an issue with once I click on vendor, since I already have a tab for vendors and suppliers, I think all of these buttons were supposed to be embedded in vendors and suppliers. So once I click on vendors, I should see I'm not there's a mistake. There's something they did not even consider, which is the whole reason why yeah, it's up there, but there's no button. There's nothing there. Go to the vendor. What you're seeing is get deals. What kind of deals am I getting? You're not telling me the kind of deals I'm getting. You're not even explaining the benefits that I would get as a vendor or as a supplier on the platform. None of that. And then you're taking me straight to sign up as a vendor. Now, when I now want to sign up, you're not saying I should send a message on WhatsApp. I should send a message on WhatsApp. So that's one of the disturbing things Then the next one, card, and you design it like this. Please look for other ways, make it fine. Not like this. The product card should not be this ugly. So aside that, then so the main issue with this website is not even design wise. It's more like there's no hierarchy and arrangement. Cause why are you bringing up what people are saying around here? When put me about the platform is, I don't know, as a user, like as a buyer, my role in this particular then this is like the funniest of all. Sign up on a mobile app and tablet. If I'm to redesign this, I think I'm going to bring this part, this part, this part, this Google Play Store and this. I think I would bring them and keep them here in place of these vendors buttons. I'll just arrange them side by side and move this vendors button to their part process source, and they are giving us videos. These videos are not related. The only thing that is relating here is the fact that you're showing me farmland, which means that okay, maybe I can plant on farmlands and all of that. It's really not telling, and it's distracting. No user would spend time, aside the fact that you're editing it, you not spend time looking at this video and all of that. There are some animation that you do that this is good, and it's better that this should come first. This should come, it's not like first, it should come before even what our users are saying, because people want to if you go on that converts, they'll get to tell you that you see all of these, your statistics should come first. Let people see that, okay, I'm looking for a place that I want to buy goods, and I'm seeing that we have over 1,400 vendors. We've done 20 plus delivery, 1,000 plus farmers, and it gives me this form of, yeah, these people, they've been doing things, so I can get what I want to get from them. Then this. So I really don't know why these pictures are here without a form of content. I don't know the meaning of this picture. I just know that it's tractor. So what do you do with tractor? Because you're telling us they are you guys are transforming Africa retail. Is it that your tractors is what you use to get more goods or all of that? Um this picture, I don't know the whole use of this picture. I don't know the whole use of this picture. And the next thing you're telling me is I should learn more about you. When you've not even given me like a hint of what I should expect, you're not telling me to learn more about you. Then text arrangement, yeah, um not not too you also see this picture, supplier chain and all of that. I don't know what and um, okay. Now, this is another thing that I advise people when you're designing. This is a bad way to write text. Like, this is bad. I know that some text will be long. So when you're, like I said, to developers, you should put some tags or some designer did just shortened it, but included it like that. You can just cut it and do the full thing and not this one that is here. They actually tried in the footer, but I don't about that. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you, mommy.
Okay, so for the footer, I'll give it to them, but see, um, can you hear me? Just do the chat if you can hear me. Let me
Yes,
know
we
that
can
I'm
hear
not
you.
talking to myself.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so this footer, I think if there's anything I have, if there's any gift I have is to know when something is not aligned. I don't know. I'm short-sighted, but you see that particular thing where even without my glasses, I'll see it. You see how this who we are, the content here, they're not aligned. They're actually not aligned. This one, they are not aligned. They are not aligned. So many things. So this particular website has so many issues that we can actually audit. So the person that did this website is your chance to design something better and maybe tag them anywhere you want to tag them, because from their track record, that's if they are saying the truth, they need something better than what they have already. All right, so who is next? Thank you, James. Who is next? Oh, another thing I need to see. So I find it disturbing that once I click on a page, it opens on another page in my browser. And I find it disturbing. It should still be on the same browser. And let me just have access to be able to move across board. Like just imagine when you click on this vendors, it leads you to another page. Once you click on login, it leads you to another page. Just this platform opened already. So that's it. Next.
Good evening. Good
Yeah,
evening,
good
Boma.
evening. We can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm
Yes, so
Okwayemi.
you can
So,
unmute. Yeah, good evening.
okay. Can I go next?
Yeah, sure you
Hello?
can.
Okay, I will type in the link into the main section. Um, so yeah, done. So I'm talking of on this side, message drive,
Okay.
messagedrive.com.
Alright, so I'm opening it now.
Okay, so first of all, the hero section is where the first problem is. I would have said the video that played behind the hero section, the text used in
Load
the
of
hero section
cheat.
is too I don't know how to put it here. And the nav bars, I don't even know what to say about them. It is badly placed. They are too placed to the side. There's no margin on the hero section. And so scrolling down to the second screen, there's no I don't know what to even call this. I don't know what to call this. Then the choice of the color choices are bad for me. And getting to the recent blogs, there is a lot of problems. I don't know how these have been placed, and they actually it's actually a bad UI for me. Then to the our major partners, it's a bad UI in general. In total, I don't even know what to give as a good um commentation. I don't even know how to I don't even know how to comment them for this design. So going to other pages, they are more or less the same thing, and there is nothing good about this. Probably the logo.
Wow. Just wow. First of all, what's this motto and The video is even blocking what they are trying. The future of AV in Africa. What exactly do they do? Cause
Now,
I'm lost.
now,
Are
okay,
they
let's say
like they sell cars
they,
or
I don't know, Probably based on what I read about them, they are supposed to ease how people maintain cars and how they help people get cars, how people use cars and everything in Africa. As a, it's like a pan-African organization, but everything about their UI screams differently and says a lot of things. There is a section there where it says Mitch's Drive AVs, features and technology, and it's supposed to be an Africa and a website for Africans, but on the right the illustrations or the images used are for the whites and everything. So it's a lot of constructing informations on the website. But the Euro section actually, the Euro section actually is very bad.
I'm trying to look at their what's it called? This part, this blog. Is it blog? Ah, the lady that even allowed them to use her picture here. Oh wow. And they have partners, Microsoft. Please, Mokweyemi, I think you should you should take up this tax and redesign this website because there's nothing, seriously, there's nothing, like nothing I can see here that I can upload. Our team, let
Yeah,
me go and see their team. I pray they put their CEO's face.
it's the lady.
Ha. Oh. uh-uh. Look at their team lead though. They
Yes,
have a design
the
team
UI
lead.
UX team.
God, I beg. So is this fine boy
They
that
actually
is
designed this our team section better than the Euro section.
this our team section that they just want to display their faces because I don't
This
understand.
is better
Like
than every other section.
I really don't look at
This
how
our team
fine.
section. This our team section is better than every other section in the design.
Even though that I don't like violence, I would just say let's look for him on LinkedIn. But let's leave it like that. We just look for Lawa on LinkedIn and just hail him for his wonderful for the design. Okay.
Well, that's about everything I have to say. There's nothing commendable about this website, and there's everything bad
This
about it. So
is not design audit. Ah, in this kind of design, we are not auditing, we are redesigning. Auditing, at least there will be some things that is actually good and you would just want to correct their mistakes. But this one is redesign. Anyways, thank you. It is made by Nigerians. All right, so who wants to show us another? We could. Victory is not me and you. Who wants to show us another website? Next person. Okay, please, please. What's the name of the website? Just drop it so that I can open it. Can you see the name of the people? People in products. These my people. But let's see what they have. Also, guys, if you're not following them, I think you should. It's a very good community to actually get resources and all of that. Now, the good thing about it is not just product designers as far as you're in product management, people management, you have people you can network with too. And they host events most times. They host events, they do check-ins, weekly check-ins, and all of that. All right, so Michael, over to you. But I know that I would still see things to correct. Hello, Michael. All right, so if you have a website, or if you still have a website that you want to audit, the truth is that this question I'm even asking, I don't know why I'm asking it, because every person on this call was supposed to have a website. So just drop it so that we'll not waste much time, get into it.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Michael.
Yeah, so this is a website I wanted to audit. I just ticked a few boxes. I didn't complete my audit on it, but I'll just like speak on the ones that I ticked and then hope that I don't get kicked out of the meeting because I'm having network issues and I'm going in and out of the meeting. So the first one I would like to speak about is the responsiveness of the website. I really liked how their design is on desktop, and then when you take it down to the mobile, it's just as clean and neat as it looks on desktop. So for me, on that part, they really did a good job on it. And then for their content, everything on the website just was very, very, very clear. You could really
I think his network has kicked him out. Can you guys hear me? So I think his network has kicked him out. All right. Okay, I can see one by I saw a website that I can't see again. What happened? All right. So is there any other person that wants to do it? All right. Any other person? So if the
Yes, please. I have a website I would like us to look at.
okay, this was a website that I've been looking for. I know that I saw it. Igwe Palace. All right. You have the floor. Kubra. Am I pronouncing it well?
Yes, yeah. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
Okay, so I just searched up randomly for a website that relates to food. So this is a restaurant. The Euro section, I don't know. I feel like the choice of font. Okay, let's talk about content. The Can you scroll down? Okay, yes. So there's a lot of, I know, like it's good to like use white spacing, but I feel like the spacing is like a whole lot. And also there's no the content, the text. Now I'm talking about the content. It is a lot, or I don't know, it's not really it's not catchy. Let's say the text is not really catchy, and I'll have to like read through all of these things for me to know that I'm supposed to like book. If maybe on the image above there's like a better content there, sure. Then these are the menus that they have. The food you can eat, drink. I like the quality of the images, I think. They look okay. Sorry, can you scroll down, please? And their use of color is like, I like the simplicity. I heard the navigation, can you scroll up a little bit to where that slider is? Okay, yeah, so here I was trying to like swipe and I didn't know I had to click on those sliders there. I was trying to like swipe or looking for an arrow to like direct me. So maybe that part, if there's something like an arrow where a user can click on to go to the next slide. I thought these circles, those small circles were like just telling me the slide that it is on. Can you scroll down a little bit more? Okay, I don't know about this form here telling people to sign up to our newsletter. Maybe they don't have a lot of things to write there, so they decided to like use the fill up the screen with this. And then the button, I don't know why they did this to this submit button. If I did not look closely at it, I won't know that there's a button for me to submit the information that I've put in. Yeah, it's giving basic. Yeah.
Okay, so the websites we've been seeing today, they are mostly websites that they pay the designer 10K. The ones that they say is very simple. It's not just to do colors and line. So we understand that's why they give them this is 10K design. So we should just pity there. At first, I thought this is like a mosque or a church. Like I was thinking it's a religious organization course. Alba, what's their name, Sef? They never allow us to see their name from the logo. Is this KD or KB? Because I don't even know.
It's KB,
Oh,
Kettle
what
Black.
Kettle Black? Oh, no
Kettle
wonder.
on the website, you won't even know the name of the website because
No wonder.
I don't know.
Kettle
There's
Black.
no. Yeah.
It's really Kettle. Dirty one for that matter. Okay, Susu, you want to say something?
Okay. Sorry, I don't know who is actually presenting this, but when I just saw the website, I was just like, hey, wait, what is this? That was my first reaction because my first sight of this website, I don't even know what this website is all about. Like we're seeing on the nav section, we're seeing menu, event, we're seeing booking, Instagram. It's not giving restaurant vibes. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, go
Okay,
on.
okay. It's not giving restaurant vibes. Honestly speaking, when I saw this image,
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
okay, when I saw this image, I thought it was a church. I also thought it's maybe they are trying to like sell houses or something because it's not giving restaurant vibes. I don't like the color they use. Like they could have, it's a restaurant, so they should have used a color that is like an edible color. Like the choice of color, it's not like the test color. I don't even like the test color. Like they should have used a more vibrant color that will, be very, very enticing for users. Whenever they come here, they want to patronize the restaurant. But with this, I don't think they will want to. And this of text is terrible. I don't like the text. The text is, for accessibility's sake, the text is just zero. Honestly, they should use a better text. I can't even see the website again. Please, can I see it for more review? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry about that. I went off. So, okay, let me continue sharing.
Yes, please.
Okay, you can keep saying what you're saying now
Yeah, I can't
while
even.
the
Yeah,
screen
can you please scroll
is
down?
coming up.
But the use of their image, like the food image, is actually very, very nice. I like the quality of the image they use. It's nice. Please, can you scroll down a little? Or is that all about this homepage?
Yeah, that's all about it. It's even in Australia.
Away. Okay. I don't know about the menu. If I can see the menu, then the bookings, we have one or two things to say.
Listen.
And there's
Okay.
no call to action button here.
Eat and lose your design sense.
I just feel like it's just a template that someone just use, like.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Okay. I think beliefs and is
Okay.
all right. Thank you very much. Just believe. Then me. You can now continue with.
Okay, I think the first thing that I'm seeing in this design is the text is not given, just like what Susu has said. And I feel if this is really a design, which I don't think it is, but if it's a design, I think the designer is trying to take all the spaces in the can I say in the website. It's trying to accommodate every space that is seen. If you go down where we have the newsletter, I am kind of wondering why an input field can be like that. I'm short of words. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what really happened there. But whatever happens there, I don't know. The text is not something, is something else. The spacing, I don't know why he was rushing or why he's trying to take all the spaces that is in the website. There's no there's no white space. You're just trying to accommodate every space that he has seen in the website. And most of those contents that he has there can be properly arranged and properly designed. And that same website is can still make a whole lot of sense. But for this website is a no. I think we can work on that. Some people can do that. You can just work on that and then probably send it to them if they would like. Yeah, they definitely like your work, because if they can come up with this kind of thing, definitely anything that comes their way is going to be wow.
All right. Thank you, believe. Me. I think you're next.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say about the design. First of all, when I saw the Euro section, yeah, somebody's mentioned church, somebody mentioned, I was actually thinking a museum or an a certain, probably something like an office or something, an exhibition center here, or at best, an hotel. And so I realized that it's a restaurant, and it's misleading. The header is misleading. No space, no margins on both sides, and everybody have said the rest. Like there's that I don't even know. everybody has said the rest. Then the font type is bad. The font type is too basic for. It's actually good. The font type is good, but the way it is being used is what is very bad. And the buttons, the way on this particular screen, the button I'm seeing here, the view menu button, the black is too much. It's not visible to know that that is a button that is going to click to a view menu or something. The text on the button is not visible, and the nav bar too is bad. It's bad placed. It's badly placed. There's I don't understand why there's an Instagram bar on the nav bar. Basically the logo of the website, they could have easily put the kettle black beside the KB to make it explainable, but well, I wish this one had come first before my own start. I think this is more like a relief.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I think the last one we'll do. Someone is asking, why do we think it's a guy?
No, I feel generally before we say he, we say he. So I don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
I don't know, but then whoa. All right. Okay, so we are just going to take just this last one. So you sent this in, so you should do the review.
Okay, for this website, please, you guys should not crucify the designer. When I'm done, I'm going to tell you who the designer is. Okay. So for the this grab content and take notes with ease as you go about your day. So this website actually, it's about I don't know, like maybe for example now you're going through maybe you're reading something online and you want to save it, so it's just like a memory for you. So instead of you like trying to like scroll without saving, you can just like save content for later, like for later use. That's what this website is all about. So
okay.
Yes, so let me give my review from up. Let me give my audit from up. Like, okay, this grab content, I feel like the text is too lengthy. Like the length of the text, maybe I would have, maybe the size of the text should have been reduced. I feel the size is too big. And this make notes taking by product, the text size is small. Is not having same hierarchy with this bold text, that's grab content, right? So yes. And again, for this video here, like the video card, I feel like it should have a visual, it should have like an image, like an image that would drag users' attentions. Like it's just there, like just showing color and a play icon. It's not giving, right? So I will move forward. Please, can you scroll down? Yes, and for the cards, yeah, this card, they're looking very big. Maybe the card would have been a bit smaller, like the size of the cards, or probably the text inside the card should have been smaller, like the text size is looking very big. Please, can you scroll down a little? Hey, who is that? Okay. The basic workflow. Please, can you scroll down a little? Okay. I don't think I have issue with this. Please, can you scroll down? Yeah, I feel the spacing is too much.
This one, people are
Like the
doing
spacing is
information
too much.
architecture for us.
Yeah, so the spacing here is too much. Like the white spacing is too much. Please, can you scroll down? Why is everybody attacking me? Yeah, the spacing here, the white spacing is actually too much here. Yes, and the spacing, yeah, the spacing is actually too much. That's what I can say about this. And the contents here are a bit close to each other. Okay, I actually designed this website. It's actually in progress. I'm still working on it. So I just wanted to like share it with you. Let me know what you have to say about it since we're doing an audit.
Okay. First off, you did the audit yourself. Yeah, the website. Okay, Opeyemi. Let me leave Opeyemi to do this one.
Okay, first off, yeah, I would say I like the font. The grab content is actually a very good font. But one thing, yeah, you already said this, that that font type, the size is too big, because the following text that comes with it is at about, I think that should be 16 or 18. Text size 18, font size 18,
Yeah,
and the other one is
that
about
should be
35. Okay, so I don't think that is not good for visual. Okay, but this video card here is okay, because I'm pretty sure when it starts working, there'll be a video to be played there. Well, and now
Yes,
please go
it's actually
scroll
working. You
down.
can play it. You can actually play it. It's working.
Okay, now the line spacing on this goes on the line spacing here. First off, somebody told me when I was training on visual, somebody will always tell me, let your content breathe. So, but this one here, no, the cards are almost too close, too big. Yeah, too big are big. Then another thing is the spacing. The spacing, you're actually aiming at occupying the whole space on the cards. So there's no visible space. Then I think that's about everything. Then there is too much space after this place, though. The other place you are using some sort of information architecture. On this basic workflow, this is too tiny. This table of content is too tiny.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's too tiny. I don't know. Is this something that we users are supposed to see, to take note of?
Okay, like this one, I think this has to do with GitHub. Like maybe you're using GitHub also. So like you want to save a particular content. Like this is what they call developers.
Okay. Well, it's looking too tiny though. Well,
okay.
Then there's a lot of space. That's about everything I can say. But I like the color. The color. This thing you used. It's minimal.
Thank you.
Okay. So is that all from you, Opeyemi?
Yes, I think that's all for me.
Okay, so Susu, you already know what you need to work on. But what I
Yeah.
don't understand is first you said this is a platform where if I need to, it's just like a notebook.
It's a note taking, yeah.
Yeah, where I need to just take my notes and all of that. So now this is looking like a developer's API documentation page. So if you want to have all of these things, workflow and all of that, I think you should put it in a different tab. The tab should be like an API documentation or how to use our APIs and all of that. Because embedding it in this particular website is taking the goal, the focus. Remember that you have target audience. Now your target audience can be me, it can be anybody. And I'm not a developer. I I, I don't even understand all of this. It would even be better if you can show us, like, if it's a mobile app, for instance, if you can show us screens on how once I copy a content where I need to post it, and maybe some things I can see
Yeah, you
my
can see that from the
product.
video. I think that's why the video is That's the work of the video. Like,
So what if I don't have time to watch video? Why we try to put videos on a website? We understand that not everybody has time to go through a video, because this is leading me to YouTube. What if I don't have data too? So so for that, so it's not just about design. I've studied in class. It's more like planning your design and contest. Know your target audience and the people you're dealing with. This platform looks like the people you want to come here. They should be developers. They should have ideas of how to add to VX Code, how to this. This should be okay, add to Chrome, basic workflow, how does it work, table of contents. All of these things are things that are not actually necessary to me as a user. Also work on the line spacing. Yeah, the spacing, we've talked about it, the spacing, reduce some of these elements. So sometimes that's why it's advisable that once a developer or somebody you're working with is designing, always look at the staging link to see if they're implementing it same way. Because these days designers don't code, developers don't code from scratch. Most times they just carry your design as it is and implement it. So if your design is too big, that is what they will implement. That they don't have time to go and adjust it. So it's just you that would make all of those adjustments for them. And yeah, that's it. Work on alignment too, like Believe said. I think it would be best if you just make us let this first page tell us everything we need to know about the note-taking app. If possible, show us screens from the app itself or from the website. Then you can put another one, let's say for developer. There's a way they call it mostly on websites. It will be like for developers or API something, kind of API documentation. Then all of these ones can come in for developers to know. Then for users, yeah, we can keep this add to Chrome, but then it should be like showing us a step on how to add to Chrome and all of these things. Well, overall, I like the fact that it's it doesn't have plenty colors and all of that. Doesn't have too much colors, but designing with pure white all through is actually also tricky. So most times it's advisable that you use gray instead of, you see this gray that is here. If this is your background color, it will be better than the pure white.
it's not actually
So you
white.
get
It's white, a shade of white, but it's FC, like a bit of gray, like the
oh okay.
Yeah. But I can actually
But then you can
darker
also
color.
play around with different sections. Yeah, you can play around with sections. Remember to always design in sections. This is
Okay.
a section. You can go to another section. Now, this section is actually good. Now, this also, there's a way you'd reduce this and you would have just two sections. You have how many here? 6 or 7. And there's a way you make it, should I say, smaller, reduce some things, and just arrange it well. So the arrangement is really not giving what you should give and all
Okay.
of that. And very good. Believe, do you have
All right.
anything to
Thank you
say?
very
Any other
much.
person? Yeah.
I think you said it all. Just like what I mentioned, work on your alignments. That's flow. The workflow that I'm just saying there, it's not really, I think there's more to it. You can do better. This basic workflow. You can do better. Just like what Opeyemi said, work on it, and I would love to say it when you're done. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very
That's
much.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so aside that, so I want to ask a very simple question. Is there anybody that has like a landing page or a design that is fine that you want to send my way, a design that you've done before? So I'm going to help correct it, and also that you would like to be implemented.
I have like 7.
You have like 7. Okay, so I think you
Ah,
Okay.
should
I have like 3.
you have like
wow.
3. Okay, so you know what?
Can we share Figma file?
You can share the Figma file. I'm thinking how you're going to share it. So then I'm going to send the link for you to share it on Discord. So once you have, just share it. The link would have your name and all of that. So
Okay.
I'll make corrections to it maybe on Figma then. I'll choose the best. I don't know how many, best 3, best 4, and you would get to get the details afterwards.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So, to summarize everything we've done for this week, we were focused on UX auditing, and we said auditing is how is a way where get to look at a particular website to know if the website is following principles from UI and all of that. And also we talked about the different checklists, different things you need to check when auditing. So it's not just going to any website to audit. There are different things you need to check for. You need to check for content, you need to check for designs and typography, navigation, and the mobile responsiveness. And you also need to check for compliance and accessibility. Then we went further to also look at some tools that you can use for your audit report, and how you can document your report. For your documentation, you need to create the report. You need to have an executive summary where you get to talk about the design, the highlights, then your key findings, and then maybe if you conducted interview quotes, the major call out, the things you want to change, and a roadmap on how you can change that. So let's say after auditing this design, you've been able to find out that the spacing is bad, this, that, then you can now do like a comprehensive document and send to your stakeholders that you successfully done an audit. So we talked about some audit tools such as contrast, mostly for colors. Use contrast.com. We talked about Stack. You also use Stack as a Figma plugin, or it's a plugin, yeah. You can use it for mostly for accessibility check, to check for contrast, visual, focus, and all of that. You can use Coblies. That one you need to just upload your image and it will show you the different color blindness that is on your design. You can use Google Lighthouse to actually generate to know web pages that are accessible and the ones that are not accessible and all of that. You can use wave evaluation too. So you need to check out all of these tools within the week to know which one is free and which one is paid, and how you can actually integrate it. So we've come to the end of this week's topic, or we've come to the end of our class for this week. So is there any question? So this is the time where we get to answer question. Any question so far? What you don't understand for the week, or any question you want to ask? So let's answer it. Then for those websites that we were able to show. Okay, your hand is up.
So my question is, for those websites we were able to show, let's say we think we have one or two redesigning ideas we can do on those websites. How best do you suggest we can reach out to these companies, since we are not contracted to, as we were not contacted before, or we are not contracted to them?
Okay, so I think so the best way to do that from experience and from people's own opinion, I think the best way is, first of all, before you carry out any of that, first look for the company online. If you LinkedIn is even the best place. If you can get maybe this founder or the CEO's email, or just an email address. Most times email doesn't really work, because if it's not something for job, most people don't check. Most companies don't reply email. So the best place is to look for them on LinkedIn. Just like you saw our teams, you mostly go to our teams, see them, be able to check them online. So one thing that once you check them on LinkedIn, you'd see their founders details and all of that. So the next thing I suggest is, because sometimes these companies, they can also be very tricky. So you don't want to design a whole thing, except you're doing it for the fun of it. But if you have something in mind, like, you don't, if you're doing it for the fun of it, like design, and you're okay with them collecting your design whether they pay you or not, then you can go as far as sending them like a code message, pitch email, emails and all of that, telling them that. So the best way most times is to compare, is to take a snapshot of what you already have and compare it with the new one you have. So it's more like, it's how you present yourself and document it and tell them, this is what we found in your own, and this is the issue and all of that. And maybe in an email you can just send just a page, a landing page, that if you don't export it as an image and send it, because it's also risky that you send your page, they might go at your back to implement it, and
And
then
redesign, yeah.
you've done free work. So you can just send them a page and tell them this. If they take up the conversation from there, congratulations, because you would have gotten yourself a gig that would pay you. some of them will even reach out to you and say, okay, since we don't need it, we don't want a designer at this point, maybe you can intern with us for some incentives and all of that. So, but all I feel like it's more of presentation and how you go about it. So first look for them for on LinkedIn, or if they have an official email, write an email telling them that. That's why it's good to document what you've done so far and say, okay, this is my UX report. You can even just tell, without even picture, you can tell them the part that is not following the laws that they don't know, and tell them the disadvantages of not doing all of that, and maybe a screenshot of your design and say, okay, or a link and say, okay, this is what I came up with. So hey, so the best thing now is to do a link. So you, with that link, you can just maybe embed your Behance, just a page on Behance, so that they can see it, or on Figma, and lock it. I think they can lock these days, just a page. The other ones should not be accessible. Then when they are ready to talk business, you can now take it up from there to now complete the whole project for them.
Okay. Secondly, please, can you drop a list of those websites you mentioned that we can use to audit
Okay,
certain
so
websites, please?
did you see the book with the belief sets on Monday on your group chat?
I probably I would have downloaded. Let me check. I'll still check.
Yeah, so if you've downloaded it, it's there. The book UX auditing. So if you go to the last page, you see all of those tools.
Okay.
Yeah, so is there another question before we end it? Always check your LMS for updates, because you might just see you see tax. So always check your LMS. If you wake up, check LMS for new tax or for new things, so that we don't get to hear I was not aware. So just take it upon yourself. As far as a code campus, you wake up in the morning, check your LMS and check if there's something, there's a message for you. And that's it. So is there another question before we call it a day and we'll meet next week? All right, so if there's no question again, thanks guys for